The sea has always defined life in Navour's Togoru Village, but it is now eroding a site of deep cultural memory. Along the shoreline, a small cemetery once safely inland is being claimed by the rising tide. For 70-year-old Shania Prasad, these changes have unfolded steadily and gradually over her decades in the village. For villagers, the disappearing burial ground is a reminder that the effects of climate change are not just environmental, they are deeply personal. Shania Prasad with the details.
Lavinia Magoon recalls the time when the burial ground was surrounded by trees and thick bushes and families could walk around the graves with ease.
They used to have horse racing on the beachfront, all the white people horse racing. And then water came gradually. That was a beach right through, there were bushes and things. And then gradually it started washing away, and that's it, till now.
Today, high tide submerged parts of the burial ground, which holds more than 30 villages spanning generations. Originally from Levuka, Magoon moved to Togoru after marriage and has spent 58 years in the coastal community raising her 5 children.
It is, because when my husband's auntie, she was buried in 1964. When they dug up the grave in 1964, 1970, and they moved the grave to the...
Another villager, David Wise, says residents have been watching the shoreline retreat for years.
When there's spring tide, every 2-3 months we'll get the spring tide that comes up, and it comes almost to the road area at times, but we've had that. It's more defined in the front. You'll see a lot of the erosion is in the front or the beach portion of it.
The effects are visible in backyards and along the beachfront, where the land continues to shrink. Spring tides have also become more pronounced, occasionally pushing seawater close to the nearby road. Minister for Ethiopian Affairs, Culture, Heritage and Arts, Ifiremi Vasu, acknowledged that climate change is already affecting communities living in low-lying areas.
I think some NGOs and the governments are working with them to preserve the actual area, hopefully that we can find the solution.
However, he states that relocation may ultimately be the most practical option.
As for now, our advice is for them to carry out all the preserves needs that needs to be done so that they can preserve, or they can be relocated to a higher ground. And for them, for now, is to move for relocation.
The Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Rural Development are currently working on relocation efforts for communities affected by rising seas. Shania Prasad, FBC News.